Okay, we're ready to go.
Okay, we'll call to order this meeting of the planning board. Phil, would you do roll call, please?
Mr. Cunningham,
Here.
Mr. Minio,
Here.
Mr. Daniele, absent. Ms. Moran,
Here.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Here.
Mr. Florian,
Here.
Ms. McQuaid,
That's what we did last time.
Ms. McQuaid,
Here, sorry, I forgot to unmute myself.
and Ms. Joy, absent. We do have a quorum.
Okay. Our first item on the agenda is Island Pond Road. And we've received a letter from the lawyer asking to continue that. So we would need a motion to continue. Am I correct?
Yes, yeah, they indicated to me that they were working with someone to come up with some parking plans, but that they weren't going to be ready for tonight. So they did request that the item be continued until the 16th. So if someone could just make a motion and vote.
I'll make a motion that the item be continued to the 16th.
Thank you, Janet. Rosemary seconds. Okay, we'll do obviously a roll call vote again.
Yep. On tabling 78 Island Pond Road, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele absent, Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. DiFilippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes.
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
and Ms. Choi absent.
Okay, next item on the agenda, continued from last meeting, was the rezoning.
The zone change number 3216 for Northside Boston Road. Proposed change from Business A and Business B to Residence A. Petitioner Graham's Construction, Inc. Just so the board is aware, I have not received any additional comments. I'm just checking my email again real quick, but I have not received any additional comments than the ones we got that were read last hearing.
Okay. Mr. Graham, have you talked to anyone?
Yes, I did.
Who did you talk to?
John Last.
Why is that?
That is the what's it called again? The community council.
Right.
We're supposed to meet this Tuesday.
Tuesday
of next week
Okay,
with all the neighbors.
okay,
It's kind of difficult now. You send email and everybody's kind of busy, so it's hard to get everybody in place. So he just got back to us yesterday.
Today.
No, today, matter of fact.
okay, all right. Members of the board, how do you want to proceed?
I mean, just my recommendation, I mean, at this point, if Mr. Graham, I mean, I don't believe this zone change is going to be able to get to if it was voted on tonight, it may have had a chance to get to the September city council, but if it's tabled tonight, it would be pushed to October. I don't know if that's an issue for Mr. Graham, but I think it might have been even October if we voted tonight, because I'm not sure the timeline that the city clerk needs to get that onto the agenda since we're already into September, but that's just a bit of information. I don't know.
Didn't we table it last week or the last meeting so we could hear what happened at the meeting with the community?
Yes,
So that sort of defeats the purpose. I mean, so shouldn't we wait until he meets with them? Make that decision?
I would agree. But just, I mean, if we take into account that if we are changing the zone from business to residential, it's pretty much a safer bet in terms of what can actually happen out there. So I don't really see it as, too much a risk on the city side. It's a lot more of a risk if we keep the zone as business. I mean, we're going to have a lot of different uses that can go there. But if we decide to go to residential, and it's not residential B, it's residential A, he's going to be, confined to building single family homes, which I think is, a lot less invasive compared to its current zone as business. So, considering that, I would want the other board members, to just take into account that changing the zone from business to residential, you know, it benefits the city altogether in terms of what can actually be constructed there.
I agree 100%. It's just, if it's not going to affect the timeline in terms of when it could get to the city council anyway, why not hear what they have to say?
I thought that I didn't think we tabled it for that reason. We tabled it just because we're voting a week after they present it. And we recommended he meet with them, but I don't think that was, you know, and we'd like to see that, but I don't think that's the reason we didn't vote. We didn't vote because we're not voting the same week it's presented.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with what Luca is saying, because this is a less, for lack of a better word, dangerous change for the neighborhood. It doesn't mean they can't still meet and talk about buffer zones. Remember, it still has to go to conservation, still has to have a subdivision plan approval. So there are other steps to also protect the neighborhood. But right now, the biggest step to protect them, I think, is changing this to Residence A, and rather than having an invasive business go in there.
Well, can I speak too?
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Because I found out too that there's somebody wants to get it. The person behind me who's trying to get the land from me now wants to put in, what do you call it, packet, not, what do you call it, things again, where there's a storage company they want to put inside of there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the main reason why I jumped on it, because they want to put the storage in there, and I don't want that for where all these houses I put inside of there. I don't want a storage in that area. It makes no sense.
Right.
So that's my main reason for investing in doing it.
Okay.
So that's to consider. I'm going to meet with the city council anyhow. I'm going to, most likely, they would get 90% of what they want, in the sense of trees going to be left protected, give them the privacy and all that. I will do all of that because I intended to do that anyhow, you know, but to go and let that stay commercial and somebody going to put storage in there makes no sense to me, but that's, you know, that's my opinion. So, I mean, you all have to make the call.
Right.
And just to clarify too, Gloria, just in addition to the conservation, and back to you guys for the subdivision plan, I mean, the city council is going to hold their hearings are going to public hearings as well for the zone change.
Yes. Thank you, Phil.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Certainly deferred.
does anybody from the board have any other questions, concerns?
Let's move on it tonight.
Okay. Who would like to make a motion?
And make a motion that we approve it?
I'll second it.
All those, we need to do a roll call vote.
So voting in favor of zone change 3216, Mr. Cunningham,
Yes.
Mr. Minio,
Yes.
Mr. Daniele, oh, sorry, absent, Ms. Moran,
Yes.
Ms. Steve Filippo,
Yes.
Mr. Florian,
Yes,
Ms. McQuaid,
Yes.
and Ms. Choi is absent, so the motion is approved. Again, this will be forwarded to the city council. Again, Austin, I think you can make it for September, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'll let you know.
By the way, it's important that the board knows right now the engineer is finishing up. They're doing the flagging right now. So by next week or week after, I should have all the stuff in from Smith Associates and the engineering company. Most of this stuff will be before you.
Okay.
Austin, when
Yes.
will you know about owning it?
Owning it, I am planning to own it by the 15th of this month. I just needed to get to be, you know, to have some solid ground in what I'm doing, because they wasn't dropping the price. I have to pay $500,000 for it. So, and it's wetland, some part of wet. So I intend to invest it for not just for myself, but for the purpose of the neighbors and everybody around this. Don't want me to not do it because they don't want a storage there. So I'm doing my part in sense of contributing something towards, you know, the betterment of my mom lives there too. So, you know, I'm doing my part. So.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thanks.
You too.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Anything else, Phil?
Yeah, I just have one A&R plan that I'm going to attempt to bring up here.
We are having a meeting in 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I do have, there are a number of items on that agenda, so if you could,
Bring a snack.
well, I'm not sure it'll, well, we'll see. So this is the A&R plan. I'm not sure if you can see my pointer.
Oh, there we go.
I will try and do
Yep.
Mhm.
So it's basically 4 lots now, one with a house on it. We're just removing this lot line to make this one parcel and removing this lot line to make this one parcel. This parcel is actually not buildable. I think her plans is to try and give you the Conservation Commission because it's all wetlands, but the person living here does not want this to be built on. So basically it's going from 4 lots to 2.
Okay. Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Okay.
All right, well, that was easy.
All right. Have a good night,
Okay.
everybody.
Good night,
You
everybody.
can make a
Night,
motion.
everybody, you too.
Oh, thanks, Jen. A motion to adjourn.
Oh,
I'll make
yeah,
I'll
second.
make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Take care.
Aye.